them.
Now there's a new generation of kids dreaming of making it big in the ring. They're willing to risk injury and physical punishment to get there, and who better to teach them than a pro wrestler?
What's wrong, little Timmy? Why the long face?
It's Little League, Rick. I won 9 this season. It's all my fault. I'm the worst kid on the team. We lose because of me.
Timmy, losing's okay. Lots of people lose. Not everybody can be a winner in life. I know a lot of losers. I've dated a lot of losers, and they're still losers. But losing's part of the game. You win some, you lose some, and you learn from your mistakes. You build character.
But it sucks.
I know it sucks. You know, I'm not just an ex-wrestler, school bus driver. I was a champion one time, and I lost a lot. You win, you lose. It's all about being positive, trusting yourself. You want to grab the world by the balls. You want to beat these guys. You want to rip their heads off. You got to shit down their throat. You got to slam them. You got to kill them. You got to break the arms, break the legs, and beat the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah!
Are you sure?
Yeah!
We're going to have to do this. The Equalizer wins!
Yeah!
Like maybe a 2.5, 3 minute match with a couple of little punches and holds and moves. Put this right in the center and then go for a pin. Okay? You look surprised.
Hit him with that real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Move on another body part. Nice little reversal there.
Oh, nice suplex.
You're never going to be as good as me.
Oh, yeah!
No. Pull away the head. Maybe you throw it there, boom. Pull the head away at the same time. And look it in.
I got to learn to like the guy, but still, I got to, when it's time, pound him.
That's
smart.
Giving those nut shots at 12 years old before the nuts even come in. Oh my God, he beat him.
Good. I like the way you did that with the clothesline and the step over it. What's this, a pose? Well, when I started training for wrestling, the injuries were mostly mat burns on the elbows that everybody gets where they bleed because you're always hitting that mat. I've had my nose broken at least 9 times. But over the years, I've had cortisone shots in my heels, 3 on each side at least. In my knees drained at least a dozen times. I had ripped my tricep off this elbow completely, reattached itself up high. I had calcium buildup and fluid on my elbow, which I've had, it was out to here like Popeye, drained many, many times. I ripped this tricep, lost this finger. Both knees are completely shot. I had both quads torn off and repaired, sewed back together.
We've had way too many injuries that we've had to contend with, which really changed our life, you know, with his leg, you know, incident. That really was a really hard time on us.
I have a studio in the front bedroom where I do guitar music. On the road wrestling, I always kept my talents. I liked playing guitar. I was in a band. I had to deal with Capitol Records. And I had done the Gold's Gym logo back in the early 70s, the little guy on the t-shirt. This t-shirt is one of the original t-shirts that was made in 1973. The artwork on it is my original design for Gold's Gym, which I did on a napkin in Zucchi's Delicatessen, 1973, along with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ken Waller, Mr. Universe. I said, yeah, and I drew this little bald-headed guy, thinking that maybe someday I'd have that look with a shaved head. God's truth. I knew that someday I wanted that look. Anyway, that became the brand for Gold's, became the largest selling logo in the world.
How physically demanding are your classes, particularly for children?
Well, I started with adults many, many years ago, but I kept getting so many emails from kids. And I have 500,000 viewers on YouTube from kids around the country who ask me to watch their videos and what they're doing wrong. And they're doing everything wrong, and that's why they're getting hurt. So I decided to bring the kids into my ring and teach them the proper way to wrestle without hurting one another. But it is very, very physically demanding. You've got gymnastics, you've got boxing, you've got martial arts all in one in the ring, and there's body contact. So anytime you make a move or you throw a clothesline or you're taking a bump on your back, you're really, really hitting. I mean, people say that's fake, but there's nothing fake about it. You are going through the motions and you are having body contact, not unlike football. You teach them all the ins and outs of it. There's a counter for everything you do. Wrestling's very, very, very much like dancing. If you watch these shows that teach you how to dance, well, wrestling is a combination of moves, arms and legs, and it's going through the motions of dance and high spots. One move leads to another, to another, to another, then off the rope for something spectacular, and then back into another move again. But I found in my school here, even around the world, that this has really helped a lot of kids with their self-esteem, with their self-worth. They blossom in learning because they have to learn these moves that go from one thing to another, so their memory retention, because it's a lot to remember because we add on each time, and you have to remember how to do this, and you have to be in character. This isn't about beating people up, it's stage performance. It's about how to be a better you, but how you project to the audience and your character and how you build your character, how you sell yourself to the audience so that they like you. And the mic skills of doing promos that we do here has certainly improved their skills in school when it comes to public speaking. And they'll be great adults because all these things they can apply in life. When they go for a job interview, they won't be afraid to speak up and ask for things and talk about themselves. So this is all good. And I love working with kids. It's very gratifying.
You say the world's split in half, the winners and the losers. I say there's a third category with you, the cheaters.
You said, you know what? I won. As you can see right there, that was a 3 count. But that ref, he didn't want it to happen because he doesn't like me. This is your lucky day, but next time, you're going down. Because I am wrestling. And I am Johnny Drake.
Constantly moving and doing stuff. Of course, you're going to get a good body when you do. Don't. If you want him to stay in the corner, he'll stay in the corner. They must not be too bad. He's not limping on it.
Not too bad.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Now we're got some trouble going. Adjustment.
It's like basically my life. It's half of my life. I got school and family, but then I just have wrestling. It's pretty amazing.
All right, back to that leg.
I'm talking about a little effort in that.
And so when I came here, I realized, wow, this is really hard. And even though it looks cool, it takes a lot of commitment. You gotta be here on time, you gotta eat right. And really, it's a team sport. You gotta learn how to do this, and it's hard.
But if you're gonna take it to face, the hand goes here, sideways, and you get as close as you can and take it there and then sell it. Beat him. Oh, wow.
And I'm going to take you out every day, every time. I'm going to try my hardest, and I will beat you. I will get my revenge, and that is it. That's final.
How's your finish? What kind of finish do you use?
I either use a choke slam, a frog splash, or 2 of the finishers I made up.
Oh, what are those called?
The way you in the submission that dare not speak its name.
Oh, you can't tell? Is it called a Tyler special?
No, it's just called the submission that dare not speak its name because it's so painful. I don't think people want to speak about it after they've been in it.
It's deadly, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're going to go all the way to become a champion pro wrestler?